everyone, and welcome back to the United Star. We've got Alessandro here from Milan Club London. They are a supporters club of AC Milan based out of London who are doing some fantastic work. Do check them out on Instagram, and their links in the description of this video. What we're going to do today is something really cool and exciting. What we look forward to doing every single time is we're going to pick a combined 11 of these two fantastic teams, of that is Manchester United and AC Milan. Now, obviously, this would be way more exciting if we were doing this 10 years ago. But even now, it is a little exciting considering that we are yet second in our leagues, behind our bitter rivals, both of us. But it's yet a little exciting to do this. So, Alessandro, let's get straight into it. And heads up, guys, we're going to do this considering all players are available because both teams are struggling with injuries, players away on personal reasons. So we're going to
Yeah,
do this
totally.
considering all players are available. So Alessandro, in goal, we have really three options maybe. We have Donnarumma, we have David De Gea, we have Dean Henderson. So who would you pick?
Donnarumma. I would say that is the best goalie for the next 10 years for sure.
Right. But would you be able, like, while I agree he could be the best goalkeeper for the next 10 years, but David De Gea has been one of the best for the previous 10 years. So would it be a little harsh to leave him out on the basis of what he's achieved?
Yeah, like Adama is really young, Donnarumma. Like he's just 21. He already showed he didn't show anything in Europe because unluckily we didn't play so much in Europe. Because he is one of the best goalkeeper I've ever seen in my life. Even better than like one of the best in Italy is Buffon, and I prefer much better Donnarumma than
Mhm.
Buffon. But yeah, I would say Donnarumma.
I I don't think I'm going to agree with you on this one. I think so. My favorite player in Manchester United has been David De Gea, and I think what he's done, especially in the Premier League, is single-handedly kept us relevant and not allowed us to become a mid-table club like Arsenal, for example. He's
Yeah,
single-handedly done that, and I know he's going through a bit of a dip in form, but I yet think if I'm playing a game tomorrow, I'd be more confident with De Gea over Donnarumma. But maybe 5 years down the line, maybe Donnarumma is the better pick. But I think today, I think David De Gea
no,
has
totally.
shown more to go with him. I think
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
so. Alessandro, what I think is going to be the most interesting position for this one is the left back. I think we both are blessed with, I think, very good left backs in Theo Hernandez and Luke Shaw.
yeah.
So I don't know if a lot of people who watch Italian football they know about Theo Hernandez. So what do you think of Theo Hernandez, and can you tell people is he better than Luke Shaw? Would you pick him ahead of Luke Shaw?
Theo Hernandez is a great player. I think that Real Madrid supporter they hate AC Milan because like now we play for us. He's a great player. He's not the best defender, to be honest, because when he needs to attack and he's super fast, he has a really great technique. He doesn't have a good skill of defend. His defender. Um, I really like him. If he's going to improve his skill as defender, be a really great player as well. And again, like he's one of my favorites player
Mm-hmm.
for AC Milan. But I have to be honest, like a defender, he has a lack of skills.
Right. So then, would you say Luke Shaw would go in ahead of him in at this moment?
Uh, I'm, I'm happy because like so I think he's injury, right?
Sorry.
I, I think Luke Shaw is like he's not going to play his injuries. That is what I heard today.
Yeah. So we are just considering all players
Yeah.
are fit because otherwise we can't pick
I
this 11.
don't know. That is a tough one because all of them, like both of them, they are great players. Uh, yeah, I think true.
Yeah. So we've got David De Gea in goal and Luke Shaw. So I think you need to come up with some
Yeah.
Milan players here. So who do you pick as the centre back pairing? Because obviously I think Roman Goli is one of again a player who has been touted sort of to be a very good player in the future as well. He's obviously, for a defender, 26 years is not that old. He's yet got a lot of years ahead of him. So, would you go with the pairing of Harry Maguire and Roman Goli, or would you pick somebody else?
Oh, Romagnoli, totally. Is having half time, like is didn't do a great matches like the last 2 3 matches, but I'm really confident of him.
Yeah, so I
Um,
think Romagnoli as well. I think Harry Maguire and Romagnoli as a combination would work well as well, because I think what Maguire lacks, Romagnoli has, and Maguire has proven to be a very decisive player for Manchester United in terms of what he brings in with the ball progression and with what he brings in
even if
terms of his game
to be
reading. So I
honest,
think
yeah, but to be honest, I'm like I was thinking about Tomori.
hmm,
I'm really impressed about Tomori.
hmm.
Um, I really like Romagnoli at the moment. They will say Stefano Romagnoli Tomori. At the moment, again, I really like Romagnoli. He's doing great job, but at the moment, I'm more confident with Tomori.
Okay, so
So I
you're
will
saying
say
you'd put
Tomori.
Fikoy Tomori in ahead of Romagnoli? That's interesting.
Yeah,
Wow. So okay, that's actually interesting because I didn't. I mean, Tamori is obviously a Chelsea youth academy player and all of that, but I always thought that you'd have gone for Romagnoli since he's the Milan prodigy, so to speak.
yeah,
But fine, we can go with Harry Maguire and
no, totally.
Tamori.
Yeah,
Um uh, and then we come to right back. I think right back is also interesting because again, you'll have got a good player there in Calabria, and again, you have to compare him to Van Bissaka. I'm sorry if I'm getting any of these pronunciations wrong, which I'm sure
no
I am.
problem.
So Calabria is a good player again, but Van Bissaka defensively is probably one of the strongest right backs in the Premier League and possibly in Europe right now.
Look, like Calabria is my favorite player. Um, I left you the left back because I was thinking about the right back. This year, Calabria is doing great season. One like for sure the best season he ever played in his career. Um, it will be like I'm really curious to see him against Man United, like against a proper team, and I want to see that he's confident. So uh, if I have to bet my money, my money on Calabria.
Okay, I'll go with that. I think I really like watching Calabria play. I think he's proven himself, especially I think this season last season as well he was good, but I think this season he's really risen to the
No,
occasion, so to
totally.
speak,
Yeah,
for Milan. So I can go with that. While I think Van Bissaka is a fantastic player in his own right, I think I could go with Calabria. So
yeah,
we've settled on our back five, sort of David De Gea, Timori and Maguire. I was expecting Romagnoli, but Timori and Maguire,
yeah.
Luke Shaw and Calabria. So now with the midfield, I think this. Let me suggest a combination to you. We can play a
But
4-2-3-1, which is what both Milan and United play anyway. So I think that a great combination would be Scott McTominay and Frank Yannick Kessié.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Agree.
Now the only problem here is that there's a certain Paul Pogba. So if we're considering if everyone is fit, then it probably would be Pogba and Kessié. Because I think I personally am a huge fan of Kessié. I think he's got the sort of creative attribute playing that same position as Pogba. So if you have to include a center defensive mid, then I guess probably Kessié wouldn't make the team. But I think just based on the best two midfielders in that position, I think it would be Pogba and Kessié.
Yeah, agree. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So I think that's great. Now we can move
Yeah.
on to the next play. That's fantastic. But here I think we also need to mention Sandro Tonali. What do you make of him? And is there a case of him going into this team at all?
Uh, he's a good player. He's really young. He's just arrived. Um, Need to understand, like, used to play in a small team, pressure.
Yeah.
Um, and a lot of all like supporter, everyone started to push about him and like say he can do it and we believe on him. So like still he's really young, need to be focused on his career, and I'm sure that he can do a great career. Um, he's still not ready. Um, last two matches is like he did really good. Played a really good football. Um, he's not ready to be
Right.
a
Right.
really great player.
I understand
I
that.
trust him on him. Yeah,
Yeah. So I think then we go for a midfield two of Pogba and Kessié. But if it
totally.
was just for if you consider Pogba is not fit, then McTominay and Kessié I think is a great combination as well. There's one position that I don't think you'll be able to make an argument for, and there's one position that I don't think I'll be able to make an argument for. So that is the number 10 center attacking mid. I don't think anyone will get ahead of Bruno Fernandes from Milan at
Um,
this point, at least. And then, of
no,
course, I don't think I can ever make an argument against the Lion himself. I
no,
don't think, I don't think I mean, while Edinson Cavani is good, but I don't think I can make an argument against Zlatan Ibrahimovic, especially given the season he's been having. And again, remember, guys, we're picking this team considering all players are fit because Milan are going through a little bit of a rough spot here with injuries. So I think
yeah,
Ibrahimovic and Bruno Fernandes, I think if Ibrahimovic would have stayed at United, I think that pairing would have caused chaos in the Premier League. I think Ibrahimovic is showing that age is no barrier for him. So those two players we've settled on. All we need to do is the right and the left. Now, is there a case to be made that Rebic plays ahead of Marcus Rashford on the left?
that is tough. I really like Rashford. I really like. Um, and Rebic is good, but problem for Rebic is he can do like one match one match really well, and then after like two three matches really bad. Yeah, Rashford
Yeah.
is
So for
great.
the left side, for the right hand, so the left side, I think Rashford. I think I was also going to say while Rebic is a good player, I don't think he's got the same sort of attributes as Rashford has. But I think the right hand side is actually interesting because Manchester United don't really have a right-sided player. We play
The
Greenwood
same
there.
for same for AC Milan.
That's what I was just going to say. So we don't have a right-sided player, but we yet play this formation where we have a right-sided player. So do you think Rebic could possibly play on the right? The other player, actually, I was personally thinking of is Theo, because he's got the pace. He's got the pace to run at defenders, right? So he's definitely got the attribute to be a winger. I know he's more of a striker, but could he possibly play on the right? Which I'm talking about is Rafael Leo, and or whether Martial or a Greenwood or a Dan James would go in there. What do you think?
Yeah, so like Rebic never played on the right, but on the right. Um, I would say that maybe Leao is something that can do.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
like the other two on the right, we have Castillejo and Sales Maker, and like I really don't like them. They are not good enough. But that is my own opinion. I would prefer like I would prefer to see Rebic, um, like for AC Milan, Rebic, um, Ibra, and Leao.
Yeah,
I know
I
that
think
is,
that would work because I think Liao
um,
can play on the right.
yeah, yeah.
But Alessandro, who would you rather want on the right, Liao or Mason Greenwood?
So Leao, if he's on really focused on the game, on the pitch, would be a really great player.
Mm-hmm. This is a
But
tough one for me.
he has to be focused. Otherwise, he's totally useless.
Yeah, that's what. So Liao, I feel, is like one of those players like we used to call what maybe someone like a Douglas Costa. On his day, he's unplayable, but on his when he's not in form, he's unpickable. So you don't
Yeah.
know what is going to come. But then on the other hand, Mason Greenwood has not scored a goal in about 22 or 23 games now. He scored one goal in 22 or 23 games.
Wow.
And Dan James is essentially well, he's improving, but he's not that quality. So maybe we can go with Liao and then just see what happens because the rest of the team is quality enough
Yeah,
to take this. Hopefully, Bruno passes it, Zlatan scores, and that's the game. And we can beat Inter Milan. Y'all can beat Inter Milan to the Serie A, and we can beat City to the Premier League.
yeah,
but
totally.
but as things stand, it's not happening. So Alessandro, we've picked an 11 without fairly, apart from the left back and right back, without much debate really. We've got David De Gea in goal. We've got Maguire with Ficol Tomori. We've got Luke Shaw and Calabria in defense. We've got Frank Kessié with McTominay, but we're considering all 11 players, definitely Pogba. We've got Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Leao, and of course Zlatan Ibrahimovic up front.
Yeah.
There's no way. Even if he's injured, you got to pick him. uh, Let me ask you this: just a couple of more thoughts on the game before we wrap this up. What kind of game are you expecting, considering that all these players that we've put in the 11 are probably not going to be there? Rebic, Theo Hernandez, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Chanalulu, whom we've not spoken about because Bruno is so good, but
Yeah.
Chanalulu, these players aren't going to be there. So, what are you expecting from Milan?
Like a lot of people, they are really like they were concerning, like AC Milan supporter and Manchester United supporter, they were concerning about this draw. Um, it will be a tough game, especially for AC Milan because they're quite young team. Most of the players they never played Europe or against like a proper team, as Manchester United, for example. Um, I'm really curious, and I couldn't wait. I'm gonna be more than happy than this game because, like, I want to see how much they are confident and how good can be against a strong team as Manchester United. Um, it will be tough. I really hope that they are not going to be afraid and to play against Man U. It would be again. It would be tough. But I
So,
hope that
Alessandro,
they
let me
will
just
be.
ask you this.
Yeah.
As a neutral, do you see Milan going to the next round against Manchester United over two legs?
Ooh. Um. No.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah,
Both.
I think in the first leg, if you all had your first 11 fresh and ready to go, it might have been a different story. But the fact that there are so many injuries and the fact that Ibrahimovic is missing, who I think could have bullied our defense a lot, I think the fact that he's missing, I think Manchester United are one step ahead. But we know that anything can happen on a European
Yeah.
night.
No. Totally.
I think, I think United and Milan know it best, at least, that anything can happen in terms of a win or a loss.
AC
So
Milan. AC Milan is full of surprise. Like we played really bad against Inter, and well, almost all the guys, like the lineup was completed. I don't think we're missing any person. Like maybe Benacer, and that's it.
yeah,
And but then against like the last match, we played very well. It's full of surprise. And again, I really hope. I would say that this game will help us just to grow up and to see who can be like who can be confident in playing against a proper European game. I miss so much this kind of game. I'm really, really annoyed that I can't go to the stadium to watch the match. It has to be incredible. But yeah, like I want to see just the young players, like for example Calabria, even for Casitas, never played Europe. Um, to show how like how they are good player and
absolutely.
Donnarumma as well.
Absolutely. I think, Alessandro, it's been wonderful having you. We might have disagreed on a few players in the team, but I think one thing we
Yeah,
can both agree on is that Manchester United and AC Milan don't belong in this competition. We're far too big.
totally.
We're far too big to be playing this tournament, and hopefully, the next season we both are going to make the Champions League and we can have a good run there.
Yeah,
So thank you, Alessandro, for coming on. And guys, do check out Milan Club London. They're doing some great work, like I said. The links are in the description below, and we'll catch you out soon. Subscribe to our channel if you're new, and we'll see you all with our review post the match. Thank you, and see
great.
you later.
Thank you very much. Thank you.